for the fourth day. While people are still getting food in the back, we have a couple of announcements. You should update BC19 again. Like, even if you did it 30 minutes ago, it's probably changed. So I'm going to do that first. Great. Yeah, there have been more bug fixes and stuff. Yeah, there was a new viewer yesterday, in case you didn't see that. It's pretty nice. Yeah, all right, I think that's pretty much it for announcements. Do we have a time yet that submissions will close for the sprint tournament? Or?
It's on the website, I think. It might be 8 p.m. I don't remember. It's on battlecode.org.
Okay. Again, the sprint tournament is next week for fame and glory for at least 2 weeks until the final tournament. That's what's up for grabs at the sprint tournament. Yeah, submissions for that will close next week, Monday or Tuesday.
8 p.m. the night before the tournament, EST.
Yes, 8 p.m. next Tuesday. So you have plenty of time to hack over the weekend, do stuff. All right, great. Let's continue with the Python example player. Today we're going to add some communication and add some units besides Crusaders, because the other units are also useful. All right, let's start with communication. This is okay. So the first thing we want to do is, as soon as we know where the enemy castle is, we probably want to send all of our units there instead of just half of them, because it's kind of a waste. So why don't we have the Crusaders CastleTalk when they see a castle? So let's have every Crusader is going to go a random direction or towards a random reflection. So let's have them say as soon as, let's make a, oh wait, we already have destination. So yeah, we'll change the destination as soon as we know where one of the castles are. All right, great. So first, when we're going through all the visible robots, let's say if our, this is only if it's in the attack radius. So maybe, we'll forget it. As soon as we can attack a castle, we'll tell our friends about it. So then we'll also say if our, and then I need to reference the docs to see how you get the unit type. We'll do. All right. R dot unit. All right. If our unit equals castles are 1. Okay. Found enemy castle. Tell the whole team. All right, and then since CastleTalk is free, we'll just send it back to the castle, and then the castle can inform all new Crusaders or everyone on the team if it feels like it. So we'll say CastleTalk. There should be a helper function for this. Yeah, communication. Okay, self.castletalk value. And this value is an integer between 0 and 2 to the 8th. So we're going to say self.castleTalk. And then we need to embed the coordinates of the castle in this integer somehow. The maximum map size is 64, right?
Yes.
Okay. So 64 is too large to fit in half of a 8-bit integer. So what we're going to do is we're going to encode the offset of the castle relative to the unit. So like the maximum possible coordinate for the castle is 64, 64, which if you tried to use the first half of the message and the second half wouldn't fit. So we'll have to use offsets because the location of the signaler is known, even for CastleTalk, right?
No.
Wait, for CastleTalk, the location of the signaler isn't known? Just when you signal? Sad.
Even when you signal, you don't know where they are.
Oh, okay. Well, fine. I guess we'll do a good old signal, because then we get a bigger message, and we need to do that. Yeah, okay, great. All right.
You go 2 to the 8, so you can you can have a 4.
Yeah,
to the,
64 doesn't fit.
But it's 0 to 63, right?
Oh,
So it does fit.
am I wrong about powers of 2? Wait, no,
Well,
because
64 times 2 is 128. Times 2 is 256.
256 is how many?
So theoretically, you should be able to fit.
Oh, of course. I'm a fool. Okay,
Yeah.
great. We can fit it. All right, so we're going to CastleTalk the location. And the way that we'll do this is we're going to let's construct the message. Message equals 0. Need to cram 2 numbers less than. Yeah, no, it won't fit.
It won't fit.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. Right, so it won't fit. So we're gonna
It's 2 to the 6 is a single coordinate.
yes.
You know,
There aren't enough bits.
there are enough bits.
Yeah, great. Okay, good. So we're not gonna CastleTalk. Need to cram the 2 numbers less than 64 into 16 bits. Great. So first we'll say message equals, and then we can just take the y location, self.me y, and we will bit shift that left. I think this is the command for that. Let's just check. Python 3. Okay, if we take 64 and we bit shift it left 8, great. I believe that is 64. Shifted the appropriate number of times. Okay, so we'll shift this left 8, and then we'll say that plus the x coordinate. So this is going to look like. So this will look like the first 8 bits are going to be, it'll be like 0, 0, and then, y or x, 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 oh, sorry, most significant on the right. So y, 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 and then 0, 0, x, 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 x. All right. So those are the bits that each coordinate will use. Least significant bit on right. Okay, great. So now we can we can decode this in the castle, or with whoever, just by undoing that bit shift and get the numbers back out. Great. Okay, so now let's signal that. All right. Value square radius. Okay, self dot signal message, and then square radius. All right, so let's see what the minimum possible radius we are going to need is. So it'll just be the maximum of both of our coordinates, difference to the edges. So if you're trying to signal to the entire map, because you want to tell the people who went the wrong way also, all the Crusaders who went the wrong way. So if you're trying to signal to the entire map, the maximum signal radius you're going to need is whatever edges are farther away. So like the farthest away corner is going to be in one of 4 places. If you're in like the top left quadrant, it'll be the bottom right, etc. So our we're going to need to say, all right, max x is the max of your x coordinate, self.me x, and 64, if you're on coordinate 63, then you want this to be 0. So 63 minus self.me x. Great. Same thing with y. Y. Okay. So now the radius that we're going to send it to is max x squared plus max y squared. All right. And we should only do this. So let's say enemy castles equals an empty list, because we don't know where they are yet. So we only want to do that if it's a castle and so we want to make sure that it's not already in the list of known castles. So we'll say R X. I'm gonna save the castle locations as just a tuple. So if Rx, Ry, not in enemy castles. Okay. This should also not be our location. This should be the robot's location. So Rx and Ry, castle location, is what we're interested in sending to our teammates. Okay, great. So we'll signal that. It's going to be expensive, but we'll only do it once per enemy castle. Great. Great. Okay. So that should be the signaling part. Now, let's just run this and make sure it doesn't break. It's always a good idea. Okay. Okay. Nice. Error messages already. Okay. Enemy castles is not defined. Nice. Seems false, but we'll do it a different way.
Shouldn't it be self-enemy castle?
Oh yes. Thank you. Oh, more. Can't read property 6 of undefined. Fantastic. Alright, let's do it this way. Wow, that was a really fast victory. Okay, well it didn't crash, so that's good. And let's see if it's this. Looks like a no. Great. So signaling is the problem. Let's make sure that I'm using it correctly. Signal value squared radius. Value should be that. Okay. Interesting. Cannot read property 32 of undefined. Well.
Look at the stack trace.
Is the stack trace meaningful?
It is passable. Interesting. Are you calling is passable somewhere?
Not in this code. Let me run a couple games and see if this is just a me problem. Oh, okay, so this was a problem before. Oh, no, that's not. Oh, alright, so this is just a problem with nav. It looks like. Alright, we'll put the signaling back in. Let's open up nav and see what's going on. Is passable. Okay. Alright, what's it say? Can't read property 22 of undefined. While not is passable, or applied dir in already been. Where is already been? Oh. Kelvin, you have any ideas on? We're having an is passable problem. Yes.
So you have a problem
It says can't read property 22 of undefined and is passable here.
is passable. So if you're trying, is it in full map and robot map?
Oh.
Can you go back?
Like new points off the map or something like that. Like new points. So what's probably happening here is you're trying to like index. It's probably like either robot map or full map. Either they're not passed in correctly.
Yeah.
Or like new point 1 is like a bad value, right? So that's making robot map new point 1 be undefined, so that you're trying to get the 0th coordinate of that, which is going to be flat. So maybe I'd try. Like,
Yeah, let's just
new map.
let's just log stuff in here, I guess.
Yeah.
Full map. That's gonna be slow. Okay. Self.log lock. Self.log cord dir. Self.log robot map. Okay. Let's put this up. Also going to put Trycatch so that when it does break, it won't just not give us anything. So hopefully that will now print some things instead of just being sad. Reference error self is not defined. Fantastic. I'll just take that. Where do we use as passable? In here. Do we use it in here? Nope. Okay, so go to. Great. We can put these things here. Let's see what we use. Okay. My born is used self.destination.
It looks like the signature, like, it looks like your go-to over here has my coordinate as the first argument, but in map.py expects the map as the first argument.
Oh, that'll do it.
I think you should go back to map.py and check it.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Oh, it's true. Go-to does have map as the first.
Map lock dir. Map lock dir.
There we go.
Okay, go to is lock target, full map, robot map. Target, full map, robot map. Already been. Okay. I'm gonna take this, say visible robot map. Surely other robots will care about this, so I'll just give it to everybody at the beginning of the turn. Visible robot map. There's that. Okay. We also probably care about visible for everybody, so I'm gonna put that up here. Okay. Alright, so let's print out the visible robot map. It's gonna be big. Destination. My chord. And self.map. What is self.map? Oh, that's the actual game map. Yes. Great. Well, that's probably not broken. Okay. Great. Script execution timed out. Sad. Okay.
Probably not happy with your printing the whole
Oh,
map.
I didn't save this. Yeah, though I think that was one of those errors that just happens from time to time. Let's undo all of those changes here. Great. Okay.
Is the current code not working? Like, is it like a part of the code that's like for what you were written by?
Yeah, it's something with nav. Okay, well, that map looks alright to me. So let's stop printing that, because that's kind of annoying. Ah. Nope, script execution timed out, darn. Okay, well, we've got our self.destination and my coord. That seems about right. Nav go to, just gonna lighter, then, oh, this is using the Stinky Nav.
Yeah, this is Stinky Knob.
Nice. Alright. I'm gonna make it not Stinky Nav and see what happens. So the Stinky Nav was when you don't go back to places that you've been recently, so that you can get out of like small pockets, and not get trapped in those loops. Great. Let's see how that does. Looks like it might have been Stinky Nav. Alright, I'm just going to turn off Stinky Nav for now then, and keep going. Yeah, looks great. If it runs 3 times in a row, it's probably not broken. Okay. Alright, so back to the signaling. Great. Oh, and that didn't even throw any exceptions. What do you know? Alright, so we've signaled now. We also probably want to read in the signals now. So I think all units probably care about enemy castle signals. So I'm going to move this out here. Since other castle types may be interested in attackable robots, or other unit types may be interested in attackable robots, I'm just going to get all of this outside the Crusader, and we'll do this for everybody. Okay. Okay, great. So we don't necessarily want to continue here. We might want to read some signals first. Actually, we'll read signals. Yeah, we'll read signals up above. Okay, so if r dot, what is the signal thing? If r dot signal, great. All right, so if they have the signal, we should see what they say. I guess if there's a castle at 0, 0, then the signal will be 0. What is the signal if they haven't signaled? Is
Not visible to you. They don't have.
So-
Oh, it's -1, sorry.
Okay, so if the signal is -1, then let's read. Oh, so if it does not equal -1, we need to read out castle lock. Lock equals, and this is going to be signal r dot signal mod 2 to the 8th, because we put the, which coordinate do we, yeah, we put the x coordinate in the first 8 bits and the y coordinate in the last 8 bits. So doing r dot signal mod 2 to the 8th will give us the first 8 bits, and r dot signal divided by 2 to the 8th should give us the last 8 bits. We could also, actually, let's just bit shift it because that's faster. All right, we'll shift this right 8. Okay, great. So let's log this and make sure that it's the right thing. Okay, are we logging other things? Great. Okay, let's log when we signal. Self.log signaling castle lock plus message, oh, that's not helpful. Plus string of a tuple rx and ry. Oh, whoops. And ry. Great. Okay, and then when we get the signal, self.log signal received plus string that lock. Okay, great. Let's see if this runs. Nice. Oh, it's still happening. Why is it still happening? We commented out Stinky Knob. Okay, full map, lock, gold, dir. Is it what? The is passable, cannot read property 14 of undefined again. I think this is definitely one of the maps is, we're trying to index some location into one of the maps, and it's not actually the map or something. Full map, lock, golder, robot map. Okay, are we ever log 0? Yeah. Coordinator, new point.
Let me try logging.
I can't log in nav, unfortunately.
Yeah, can't you pass in self.log as a function?
Oh, true. True. Log function equals none. Log function equals none. Okay. If, yeah, all right, let's log all the things at the top. So if log function is not none, then we will log function the full map and the robot map. Okay, well, robot map. Okay, and then we'll say is passable log function equals log function. Okay, bring this over here, go to, okay. Then we need to pass the log function equals self.log. Great. Great. Let's put Trycatch again so that we can get the error if it happens. Except return false. Okay. Curses. Oh wait, of course it's never gonna. Alright, let's log these things. If it fails, Okay, and then we'll also say log function this. Okay. All right, whatever. We'll just wait for that to come back, and we'll see the print statement the next time it happens. Okay, anyways, back to the signal. Oh, right, we were signal received, 0, 0. Who sent the signal? Oh, we sent the signal a long time ago, and then... No, we should read it every time. Okay. Let's see at the beginning. Signal has been received. It's suspicious that it's always 0, 0. I'm gonna make this other print statement more obvious. Signal. Alright, signaling castle lock. Alright. Oh, there we go. Not enough fuel to signal given radius. Darn. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that might be a bit much. Alright, CastleTalk it is. Oh wait, no, we can't do CastleTalk because the... we'll just do it 2 turns, yeah. Alright, CastleTalk it is. Great. Okay. So let's say... Alright, let's make a pending castle lock equals none. Have to send over 2 turns. This is for when we've only sent half the castle lock.
First, let's just see if we can transmit X coordinates.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay, sure. I guess that'd be good practice. Okay. Let's castle talk. And instead of this message, this fancy message, we're just gonna do the RX coordinate. Signaling castle lock. Great. That should have a parentheses. Okay. So let's castle talk that. Yeah, great. Okay. And then let's also... Alright, yeah, great. So it'll signal that, and then we'll see if it's a castle. It'll look at if r.signal is that, fine. Then we'll also have, so we're not going to do signaling anymore. So I'll just make this if r.CastleTalk. So CastleTalk is also -1 by default, right? Yeah, okay. Read out the castle location. So the X lock is going to be r.CastleTalk. And then we've received, see if we've received that. Great. Signal received none. is odd. Oh, it's because CastleTalk is none by default, not -1. Great. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna make the thing clearer again. Oh, signal received. None, still. Wait, that seems wrong. Alright, let's see what CastleTalk is by default and stop guessing. Oh, it's 0? Okay.
So, if somebody's on your team, it defaults to 0. If they're not on your team, it's a little trickier.
Alright. We'll check for our team then. If our team...
If they're outside your vision, you don't know what team they're on.
Oh, is that true?
I think so.
But if they're outside your vision, then you won't be able to see their castle. Oh. But if they signaled, then you could see
You'd be
them.
able to get their CastleTalk even if they're outside your vision.
Well, right, but if they're not on your team and they're outside your vision, you could still potentially see them and get visible robots through the radio. Like through signaling. Right?
Yeah. It's just. Hold on a second.
Alright. I'm gonna move this whole part here into the castle section while we're doing this anyways. Okay. So let's say for our invisible robots. That's definitely a thing. Oh, invisible. Visible. That. Okay, for our invisible. Okay. If r.CastleTalk is not none, I don't know, and r.CastleTalk is greater than 0, maybe this will catch all of the things that we're interested in. That was really fast. Wow. Well, hopefully Castle talked something. Signal received, 28. Alright, where did they... Signaling Castle lock, 2815. Wow. It worked. Amazing. Okay. Alright, fantastic. So now let's send the y coordinate. Okay, so we have our... Alright, so we're going to use pending castle lock for this one. Alright, so let's see. How are we going to distinguish sending the x and the y? So we'll say, alright. This is only, okay, yeah. Partial castle locks received. This is going to be a dictionary because it's possible that two robots will send us the castle location at the same time, and we don't want to get confused about that. So this will be a dictionary mapping robot IDs to partial castle locks. Okay, great. So now let's say, okay, so lock equals that. All right, so if, we'll call this coordinate because we don't know which coordinate it is yet. Coord equals that. So if r dot, or r, what is it, ID? R dot ID. I'm going to do this because it's foolproof. If RID in partial castle locks received, then it's the y coordinate, probably. We'll say and partial castle locks received. Alright, no, that's not true. Okay, great. In partial castle locks received. Then we have the full Okay, so must be y coordinate now have full lock. Great. So let's say x lock equals partial castle locks received. For that, RID, and then the y lock equals coordinate. So now we can do x lock, y lock, and otherwise new castle x lock will say partial castle locks received of the robot ID is equal to the coordinate. Save until no y lock. Okay. Alright, and if this is the case, fine. Alright. So now we need to make it send the y location also. So we'll say pending castle lock. Alright. Okay, so now if we see an enemy castle, it's not in the known enemy castles. Well, we should definitely add it to the known enemy castles. So self.enemycastles.append this new rxry. Great. Okay, and then we also don't want to message anything about enemy castles if our pending castle lock is already being used. So we want to make sure that that's none so that we don't start trying to send a new castle in the middle of another castle. Great. Okay, so we're pending it to enemy castles. First, we have to send the X location, and then let's add it to self.pending castles. Pending castle lock equals the Y coordinate. Great. Okay, and then we can just say at the beginning of the turn, if first finish sending pending castle locks. So if pending castle lock is not none, then we're gonna have to do this CastleTalk thing again. Let's also signaling castle x lock. Okay, we'll have to do this, all that again. And now we're signaling the y lock, and we don't have R anymore, it's just pending castle lock. Okay. Pending castle lock, and then we can set that back to none. Pending castle lock equals none. Okay, great. I've also used pending castle lock a couple of times without self, which is sad. So we'll just find, just gonna do some quick. Okay, great. So this is just a regular expression to find all the places that I use pending castle lock without a dot in front of it. Okay, great. Now that should take care of our pending castle locations. We've got our castle. Yeah, we've got our castle sending or receiving stuff. So we should also save this somewhere. So self.known, self.castle locks, or enemy castles, oh my gosh, okay. Self.enemy castles.append, and we will send it to here. Great. All right. We should, I guess, do this if not in self.enemy castles. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, let's see what causes this to crash. Great. Reference error. Self is not defined. Yay. Oh, of course. By of course, I mean that totally should work, but of course it didn't. Okay. Great. Is this signaling? I can't tell. No. All right. There was something over there. All right, well, I guess we haven't signaled yet. Let me make sure that, all right, so we signal the Y lock, that's definitely reachable. This, yes.
Excuse me, I just updated to the latest version, like 13 or whatever it is, and now I guess it's very easy to get it. Yeah. And so the proper request for server down.
Oh, you're probably not connected to the internet.
I am.
Oh. Is the server down?
Just try again in 30 seconds.
Okay. Because it worked with the previous version like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
I think that's correlation rather than causation.
Okay.
Yeah. Does anyone else have any questions while we're here? Does Twitch have any questions?
Which does not have any questions.
Okay.
Oh, they have one question.
Oh.
When does registration close? The answer is never until the
Yeah.
final tournament.
Registration closes at the time of final submission. Kind of. I mean, I guess you could still register after that, but there's no point. Registration doesn't close. All right. Great. Back to signaling.
Discord also thinks the server is down. Just an FYI.
Discord also thinks the server's down.
It's quite possible that it is. I'll look into it.
Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna make this really obvious so that I can see it when it happens.
Oh yeah, it's having a moment.
The server is having a moment. It'll be okay eventually. Soon, hopefully. Let's see if that does it.
Is it working, Matt?
Nope.
I'm still able to do stuff without, oh, wow.
But you're still on the problem.
Yeah, I haven't updated and I'm still able to do stuff, so this might not be a problem with the server.
I would assume I'm running the most recent version because like this is where we code stuff. Yeah, I don't think it's a server issue. I mean, I don't think it's, yeah, just try again, I guess. Like, it works for me.
Doesn't work.
I'm scared to update my own PC.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can do that if you take an update.
Yeah.
Because if you're on call that doesn't work, right?
Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I know. Okay, yeah, you're right. It is 0.1.13, and okay, so this is actually very funny. I was trying to debug the compiler issue, so I changed it to target the local compiler running on my computer, but obviously you can't talk to that, so it's not going to work for your computer. That's my bad. I'm fixing that.
All right. For our our viewers around the world, don't update to the newest. Don't update to 3.13.
3.14 though.
3.14 is fantastic. Universal constant, everything. Okay, great. And we got signaling. Fantastic. What a fabulous few minutes it's been. Okay. Partial castle locks received is not defined. That's cool. Oh, why isn't that? That just should have a self in front of it. What about my regular expression? Oh, of course. Okay, well, do it again with this. Great.
0.3.14 is not partial.
All right. Should everyone upgrade to BC19 0.pi? And I guess things will be better. Okay. Is there a way to specify the map size?
Is there a way
Or
to
is it
specify-
just like you have to pick a seed that you know?
I think you have to pick a seed that you know. I was actually
Alright,
just
cool.
love to look at it and see if it says reverse engineer seed.
No, that's fine. We've got some signaling. Okay. There were signals. 3537 is a castle lock apparently. Signal received 3535. Great. And that is because I commented out. Is that because I commented out? Nope. Darn. We set the pending castle lock back to none. Oh, perhaps we should do this at the end of the turn because I'm dumb. So that didn't work because at the beginning of the turn we would set our CastleTalk to the right thing, and then at the end of the turn, or by the middle of the turn, we saw a castle and then wanted to start signaling a new castle, and it was fine because pending castle lock was none. Oh wait, this is gonna have the same problem. Sad. Alright, let's just do it inside the loop. This is kind of a dumb way to do this, but it's the way that I'm gonna do it. Alright. Okay, so alright, and that's not in enemy castles. Then we should put the location in the enemy castles. We'll log that we're signaling, and then if pending castle lock is not none, we will signal Y. Otherwise, we will signal X. Great. We'll put this log in here. What does this even say? Signaling castle X lock. Okay. All right. While this is running, I'm going to plug in my laptop. Oh, attacking object at location -3 is kind of concerning. Well, we'll look at that in a second. Darn. Oh, okay, there were some signals in there. Great. Signaling castle lock, 944. Castle signal received, 99. Darn. Signal received, 944. Wow. Okay. Good. Oh, yes, because in the castle code, we say I don't think it should ever have said 99. Unless there's another castle at 99. But and 44, yeah. Okay. So great, partial castle locks received. Y coordinate. We should also probably remove them from the dictionary. Alright, so once we've received the entire castle, we will self.partial castle locks received. We'll just say that robot ID is no longer meaningful. So say and RD is not none. Okay. Alright, let's have everybody log their known castle locations, just so we can see if they're really being communicated properly. Self.log known castle locations plus string enemy castles. Okay. Oh. Enemy castles is not defined because it's self.enemy castles. Great. Known castle locations. Well, that's sad. There are lots of duplicates, and that is because that's odd. If it's not in enemy castles, it's definitely not true. Let's do it this way. Known. Oh, well. 34, 37, 34, 37. What? Alright, well, let's see what unit type it's a problem for. Unit plus string self dot me dot unit plus, okay. Alright, well, whoa, blue won by Castle Annihilation. Darn. Alright, well that was a lot of signaling. Okay. So, we saw some signals up here. Unit, okay, so 3 is the Crusader. They've got a lot of known castles. Alright, yeah, so this is a problem here. So that's odd that would happen. Let's log self dot enemy castles and is this new? Question marks. Okay. Plus RX RY. Alright, so let's see if this is actually a new location or if something is weird with testing membership in this list. Yeah. Wow. Signals. Great. Alright. Is this new? 31, 39. Looks not new to me. Let's just see what the truth value is of this in self.enemy castles. Alright. Is this new? False. Well, that's just perplexing. Self.log test thing. Alright, I just need to test if list membership checking works, because it doesn't seem to. Okay, let's put this in a string. Okay. False. One. Alright, I found a new bug. So this is false.
Yeah, we should stick to only checking in with primitives. I'll add that to the known bugs list.
Thanks. Well, let's see if it'll work with sets.
So yeah, impact problems.
Yeah. All right. What's the equivalent of append for sets?
Append for sets dot add.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Please.
All right. So we'll change that to add. See what happens. This is a bug. Okay. Well, I guess we should test it for sets also. Okay. That's not the right thing. Okay. Testing false. Alright. It doesn't work for sets either. So let's put this back to a list and write our own in function. Yeah, okay. Bug.
I think it really was on the known bugs list for Python.
Oh, rip. Okay. Def in list. List element. For e in list if e equals element, return true.
I would check that comparing list of quality works.
Oh, yes. Okay, let's see if this will work for us. True, good. Alright, so we can compare tuples. Okay. Alright. Okay, now let's see all the places we use in. Alright. I'm going to change the order of these arguments because they're in the opposite order in everywhere else. Great, so if not self dot in list, great. Well, I guess we don't need that anymore. Invisible in self dot in list. Great. Partial castle locks received. Okay. If not, self dot in list. Okay. So now we should not get those duplicate castle locations. Okay. They probably got stuck. Okay. Can you access the map seed from within the game?
Map C.
Map seed from
Map-
from the robot.
No, I don't think so.
How do you get it? Does it just get printed at the beginning?
It is the first, like, 16 bits of the replay, is it?
The first 17 bits of the replay. Okay.
Something made like a web thing that you could upload the replay folder into and it prints the seed.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's under Discord.
Well, I'll just look at the replay file and see what the first 17 bits are. Sad. I need a good map where red finds the castle.
I don't know, MakeMap doesn't call the seed generator either, or like the seed.
Wait, so knowing the seed is useless?
Josh, can you confirm?
What?
So like, MakeMap doesn't actually use the seed.
It does.
It does? Oh, okay, never mind. But the size is.
Oh, what's that?
Wait, but the size uses math.random. Never mind. System.
Mm-hmm. Well, I guess I should also update so that replays will look okay. Sad. Does Twitch have any questions while I'm watching this run?
So they had a few questions about a castle would see a list of talk from all the robots that sent a message, and like they basically just asked robots will not like delete other robots' message, and the answer is yes, they won't.
Mm-hmm. Anyone in the audience have questions? Cool. What is this?
The seed is used to seed a random number generator in the game engine, and then that random number generator is used to like make the map and also like generate the levels.
Okay. No, why am I getting this error all of a sudden? Okay. I didn't even change anything. I just ran enough games, it started happening every game. Oh, is it sad about equals now? Oh, that's gonna break. I think the problem might be checking list equality all of a sudden. Well, that's kind of annoying. Okay. Fine. Alright, if type E equals... Oh yeah, type doesn't work. If... Can we do e.class? No. Darn.
Just use two lists or like
No,
add it
it's-
into a string
it's-
and check the string is present. I don't know.
I'm just gonna do...
That does work fine.
I'm just gonna change all of my in lists to lock in list, and then not pass a tuple. Oh, whoops! What did I do? Okay. X, Y. Fine. If E0 equals X and E1 equals Y. Sad. Okay. Fine. We will unpack. Actually, you know what? I want to do this a different way. Keep it as a tuple, but we'll just do it here. Okay. If E0 equals element 0 and E1 equals element 1. Okay. Yeah. I didn't think communication was going to take 90 minutes. Communication is so hard. It's true in life as well. Communication is really important. And also hard. I'm printing unit known castle locations every time, right? Yeah, okay. Okay. What? Oh, you know, I should just run it against itself. There's a twice as high chance that it'll... Alright. Oh, now it takes longer. Okay. Anyone know a good small map seed? 17? Thank you. Oh. Red won by annihilation, and yet there are no known castles. That's a shame. Okay, well, this must always... Must have done something wrong here. So if it's not in the list... Alrighty... We should at least see some signaling here. It sees the castle. Wait a second, it just doesn't... Oh, yeah. I don't need that, but that's definitely not the problem. Lock and list. I have my... Yeah, if it's in the list, it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Okay. Should definitely have logged some exclamation points if one of them won by annihilation. Let's see what happened. Oh no, I can't scroll. That's odd. Alright. Good work, red team. Alright, so that definitely should have signaled a castle location for sure. Great. There were no exclamation points or anything. Weird. Alright, let's just try this. Alright, so definitely is a problem with this lock-in list thing. Yeah. Okay. Maybe we'll say if list.length, or if len list less than 1, return false. Could be a problem with empty lists. Nope. Sad. Okay. Let's see. Why don't we go back to this, and then we'll log self.log plus this. Okay. Guess we should probably also log the plus string self.enemy castles, which I suspect will be empty. Oh, what? This. Self.log that string castles. Oh. Alright, let's see, the first time that it did that was alright, so first we log that. It says true. Well, that's wrong. It just said that a location is in an empty list. What the hell? Bless you. All right. So, all right, so here we have that this is true when it's good. Oh, all right. True for an empty list. That's just definitely not true. Okay. self.log. Does this happen? Self is not defined. What are you saying? Oh my goodness gracious. I'm a fool. Okay. The problem was that I was not passing self to a function that I need to pass self to. Alright. So now this should do the right thing. Great. Great. Okay. Bless you. Okay. We can probably stop logging this signal thing. Okay. So, alright, so now the castles know all the locations. Good. Alright. Alright, castles know locations. It only took us 90 minutes to get there. Next, why don't we have let's make some different kinds of units. Alright. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Castles can produce alright, so let's see. If we're going to build a unit, then why don't we randomly build a pilgrim or a crusader? So we'll say, alright, if self.me turn mod 2 equals 0, we'll build a pilgrim instead. Alright, else we'll do the usual thing, just to build a crusader. Okay, so let's do that. Crusader. Okay. Pilgrim. Alright. Let's just see what happens. Great. Red wins by Castle Annihilation. Let's see the replay. Oh, nice. They each build one Crusader, and then the Red Crusader destroys the castle. Nice. Alright. So now we need to do something if it's a pilgrim. Can pilgrims attack? I forget. No? Okay, great. Good. I mean, not good, but like, you know. Okay. So now let's add pilgrims. So, alright, if, let's say that pilgrims with even IDs will get fuel, and pilgrims with odd IDs, actually let's send them all to get carbonate first. Okay, so first find nearest carbonite if no destination. Okay. Okay, so if self.destination is none, then we'll go for some carbonite. We might as well make this a function. Def find nearest and this will take self this time, a map, and a lock. Okay. So why don't we just do some good old breadth first search. Alright. Oh, we can't check list member. Oh yeah, we can check list membership. Okay, so visit equals that. Current equals the lock. Alrighty, great. Does nav have a on map? Oh, we have is passable. Okay. So yeah, we'll say lock coordinator. Oh, so this is all offsets. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. So for one, oh yeah, never mind. Okay, that checks that. Okay, great. So we'll say current is 0, 0. Does destination want an offset or an absolute location? An absolute location. Great. Okay. So current is that. While current, so while map of current 1, current 2, not 2, 0, so while not that, we're going to say for dx dy in this list 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, -1. Oh, I guess it could move in any direction. Do we have a list for that yet? Chord to dir. Okay, for that in nav dot chord to dir dot keys, we will add that to the queue. So visited dot append current, and then we need a queue equals this. Great. So we'll append the current, then we'll add all of these to the queue. Queue.append the current. Oh yeah, first we need to say if it's passable. So if nav dot is passable, so we'll say new coordinate. It's going to be current 0 plus dx, and then current 1 plus dy, new c. Okay. So if the new coordinate is passable, then we will add it to the queue. and not self dot lockin in list new C visited. Great. So if we haven't visited it and it's passable, we'll add it to the queue. And then at the end here, current will equal queue.pop 0. Okay. And then when that is done, we will return current. Great. Okay, why are we doing that? We want to find the nearest carbonite. So we need to get the carbonite from the docks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you getting the nearest carbonite from yourself?
Yeah.
There's a function in that pops
Oh, nice. What is it?
I think it's called find closest carbonite.
Oh. Oh yes, get closest carbonite. Sweet. Alrighty. Well, we don't need this then. Okay. It's okay. Self dot destination equals nav dot get closest carbonite. Carbonite. Where's that used? Oh, it's not used. Okay, so get closest carbonite, and we'll say self.me x and self.me y and self.carbonite map. Okay. Great. And then we will move towards that. Okay, let's see if that even works. No. Alright, I'm not going to use this get closest carbon. I think I'll just use the one that I wrote. Okay, we'll say now dot destination equals get, or what was it called? Self dot find nearest, and find nearest once the map first, and then the location. Great. Okay, and this is going to return, so we really wanted to return the true location, so we'll say lock 0 plus current 0 yep. Oh, but we're appending the full locations to the queue. Alright, this is silly. We're gonna go and do, we're just gonna start at lock and move outwards. Okay. Return current. Okay. Yeah, that's actually what we wanted. Great. So, oh, map is a keyword. We'll call it M. Okay. Alright, current is the location. We're adding these coordinators to it, putting those in the queue. Great. Alright. NV is not defined. Yes. Oh, no. Okay. Find nearest. Cannot. This is definitely happening here. Am I passing the correct things in? Yeah, that's a tuple. Could it be there? Probably. Oh yeah, that's definitely the problem. No, not, bless you, not definitely the problem. Sad. Q is this. Q.append, you see Q.pop. Are you sure this isn't working? Okay. Let's log all of these. Self.log UC plus string UC. Okay. Did that ever print? No, because the error is in this function. Let's try logging this. We'll try catch this whole block so that we can see the output. Except pass self.log sad. Okay. Now let's actually log something useful. Self.log m. Okay. What incarnation? Okay, self.log m. We'll log lock also. Alright. Seems like a valid location. Alright, so that's okay. I think this is probably is passable thing. So let's move this here. Okay. Let's see if that's the case. Nope. Oh, these all need to go like that. Okay. Well, that's not where the problem is. Oh, it's probably this. Okay. Oh, well, that's totally... That's just totally wrong, I think. Nice. what the heck? So, we have this dictionary, right? Chord to dir, which, goes from tuples to strings. So, when I log chord to dir dot keys, naturally, I get a list of strings of the tuples.
Incredibly odd.
So I guess add that to the list of known. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, I'll save this for posterity. Great, bugs is now plural. We'll put it over here with the other one. Okay. Well, that's a shame. Instead of doing the good programming practices thing, we're just going to make a list of all of the directions. Alright. Let's find this dot star that. Okay, delete it, add a comma. Great. Not what I wanted. Okay. Alright. Okay, so this is adjacent dirs equals that. Great. Not that. Yeah. Okay. In adjacent dirs. Okay. That's all right. Fantastic. Adjacent dirs is not defined because it's self-adjacent dirs. That's it. What? Why are we still doing this? Okay. Does it not like... Never mind. I'm going to test something. No, that's not the problem. Okay. Alright, well, adjacent dirs is the right thing, so that's good. Let's just start putting trycatches. Catch. Nope, that's not what that is, except self.log error said. Okay. Oh, great. Is that the problem? Pod is probably the problem then. Can I read property 1 of undefined?
It's probably in line 122, right?
Yeah, 121. Yeah, I was printing that earlier, and M was all right.
Are you printing correct?
Current starts out as the lock, so that shouldn't be bad.
The lock is currently set.
Yeah, I mean, sure, we'll do that. Tab. Okay, delete those two, paste. Tab that in, tab that out. Okay, accept self.log m self.log current. Okay. No, current is none, naturally. Find nearest. What are you doing? Self.log hot plus string current. Okay. All right, let's see what. Oh, it didn't print anything. That's doesn't make any sense. Oh, I lost my seed. Okay. Well, that would be a problem. So we popped none. All right. .log q. All right. Yeah, the queue is empty. That's. Oh, we never log new C. Okay. Well, is that... Oh, undo. Shift 10. Let's do that. Okay. Okay, popped none. Great. Let's try this. Okay. Oh, alright. Alright, so it's trying lots of new coordinates, but none of them are getting past our if statement. Great. What if we do this the dumb way, like that? Still popped none. Alright, so they're never passable. Oh. That's because I'm an idiot. Good, we found the problem. The problem is this needs to be self.visible. I don't know, what is it? Is passable. In here. Okay, we'll take that. And we'll put it here. So what is this robot map? Full map is go to SoftUpMap and then visible robot map and SoftUpMap. Great. SoftUpMap. You see. We don't. Why do we need Golder for is passable? Lock Golder robot map. Oh, because this checks if it's passable in a direction. Gotcha. So Golder would be dx dy. This would actually be current. Okay, and visible robot map. Great. Okay, let's see if it worked. Nope. Sweet. It's passable. It's passable. Full map. Lock. Direction. Robot map. All right. Kiddo append. So is this ever? Yeah. We're still getting errors. Okay. But now there's no more. Still got errors. Why? Because we popped none. Okay. What is that? And not. So, okay, great. They're always impassable. Interesting. It's not. Huh. Let's just log this every time. Confirm is passable string that. Okay. It's always false. Weird. Let's also add then string self.map UC1 and UC0. See what that says. Those are true, which means that it is passable. Okay. Alright, so maybe let's print out the robot map. Full robot map. Okay. Oh, and now it's no longer printing. Alright, so visible robot map seems to be the problem. Okay, that's just weird. Visible robot map. Oh, the problem is that I'm stupid again. Okay, so find nearest. We're actually using M. Nope, this is possible. So yeah, self.map is fine. Let's just not check the visible robot map. Yeah, alright, robot map is none by default. So if robot map and is not none, and that. Okay. Oh yeah, visible robot map is still not defined everywhere else, which is fine. Nope, still not defined. Okay. Oh, why? Why do I keep losing my seed? Alright. That looks like it may have just worked. So let's see. Nope. Nice. Okay, well that's no longer throwing exceptions. Nope. So we'll comment that out. Put this back here. Get rid of some of those print statements. Alright, now let's see what's happening. Self.log. I have the destination string self.destination. Oh, great, it works. Okay. So now we need to go there. Okay. Okay. Visible robot map. Already been. Great. All right. All right, cool. The pilgrims go to the carbonite maze. Great. Okay. I'm going to finish making them come back, just because I'm in the middle of recording anyways. But does anyone have like questions or debugging help or anything? Because I mean it's 9, so like, I mean, if anyone's waiting around to get debugging help, we should do that now. All right,
Oh, yeah.
Kelvin.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
If you make replays exit nicely, don't show online.
You mean like it says exit nicely?
Yeah, and then like we can't use it in the replay system. It was early right now.
Do you have the current version of?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting.
0.3.15.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're saying, does it produce replay at all?
No.
It does not read.
Are you running Windows?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a little. Are you running Windows 7?
No.
Okay. Yeah, some of the like catching for there's a little. I remember reading some thread that what we use for like to catch the exit in Node might not work on Windows. So I'll try to put out a fix for that. Yeah.
For now, use 17, seed 17 for a small map, I guess.
Yeah, there, somebody on the Discord posted this really nice, like, sort of website where you could, like, it has sort of a catalog of different seeds, and you can say, like, I want a big map or a small map, or, you know, easy pathing or hard pathing or stuff like that. So, probably a very useful resource.
Can we like put that in announcements or something? Can we put that in announcements so it doesn't get lost?
Oh yeah, we should do it. Historically, we've also put like some of these competitor tools on our website. We can do it.
We should do that. All right. Did you have a question also?
More just that I need help.
Okay.
I can take
Kelvin
that.
can probably help. Does Twitch need help? Is
Yeah,
Twitch?
Twitch
Is
is
anyone
fine.
even on Twitch?
There are 11 people on Twitch, but
Oh wow! Thanks, 11 people. I'm honored.
yeah, I think they're just like passively listening. So
Yeah. All right. Do you want to help him?
Yeah,
And I'll just keep going. I
yeah,
guess.
sure. I guess I'll come up there so I don't like talk into the screen.
All right. So the first thing that I want to do is make pilgrims gather carbonite when they're on it, and then change their destination when they're back. So we'll say if their destination is none, or self.me.carbonite equals zero. We'll go to the nearest carbonite. Well, that's pretty inefficient, actually. No, we'll just set the destination back to none when we bring it back to the castle. Okay, if the destination is none, then we'll do that. Now we'll say if self dot carbonite map if self.carbonite map self.me dot x self.me y. That's not how you do that. This. Then we're on carbonite. On carbonite, okay. Alright, let's save everybody's spawn lock is none, just so that they know where to go back to. So turn, okay. If spawn lock is none, first turn. Okay. Then we want to say spawn lock equals self.me x okay, great. So now we'll go back down here and we'll say okay, so if we're on carbonite, then if self dot me dot carbonite equals specs dot program oh no, it would be specs units this. Program. We're not interested in attack radius. We're interested in let's self.log let's log this all the specs again, I guess. Okay. Oh, darn. Oh, it's... I feel like that should have logged the specs somewhere. Oh, YX. Watch out for that. Okay, so we've got the specs. We just need to know carbonite capacity. Yeah, carbonite capacity, okay. Okay, comment this back in. Do that. Capacity self dot destination equals self dot spawn lock. Else we will else we need to mine carbonite. How do you mine carbonite? Alright, we will return self.mine. Okay. they should all fill up with carbonite. And they won't give it back to the castle yet, but they should at least fill up with carbonite. Nope. Darn. Alright. Note that the action will only be performed if it's returned. Okay.
Hey, do you know if, like, in printout things when, like, there's an exception during that round or turn?
No, none of the logs get output for a robot that has an exception. Which is why I was doing all this stuff with try-catches earlier, where I was like trying to put a try-catch around whatever was causing the error to like figure out which part was actually throwing it. Yeah. Yeah. And that's also nice because it lets you print stuff exclusively when the error happens. So.
That's true.
Alright, let's see if they're actually mining here. No. Malformed move. What? Oh, of course it's a malformed move. Because didn't have the parentheses. Alright. I feel like that shouldn't have just started. Wait, does it ever mine though? That's the question. So let's say pass here. Oh, it was mining. Great. Let's watch that replay then. Yeah, getting carbonite, good. Alright, good. Okay, so now we need to get it to go back to the base here, so sell. Alright, I think that should do it. Okay, we should see all of the pilgrims gathering resources and then moving around some more. So this guy is almost full. No, he's this one that's moving around now. Alright, yeah, good. They take turns getting carbonite. No. Okay, good. How do we drop off carbonite now? So how do they do Team Carbonite? Alright, looks like you have to give it to a castle. Okay. And this is probably something that we want all units to always do. So if they're even on my team, oops. So elif, actually no matter what, if our team equals self.me team and our unit equals specs castle, give this okay, so now this is our dx. Something similar for dy. Okay, and then we'll say, might as well give it to all self.me.carbonite and self.me.fuel. Alright, so we have to return this. Okay, so then we want to say if self.me.carbonite greater than 0 or self.me.fuel greater than 0, then we will return this. Okay. Okay, so we also want to say if it's a pilgrim, self.me, unit equals specs pilgrim. Then now we need to reset their destination again. Self.destination equals, and it's going to be this. Okay, find the nearest carbonite again. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Team Carbonite is increasing, so I consider this a great success. All right, now let's make castles. How much does it cost to build each of these things? Construction Carbonite, Pilgrim 10, Crusader 20. All right. All right, so now let's make castles build units forever instead of just the first 10 turns. Say if self.carbonite greater than greater than or equal to 20, then sometimes we'll build a pilgrim, sometimes we'll build a crusader. Okay, so now they should make a lot more units. Let's see how that went. Wow, nice. It does build more units. Great. Okay. Good. Let's see if we can find a map where it matters more. It seems like you have to be next to the castle to give it carbonite. Okay. So let's say live here. Yeah, so if the distance, and distance less than 4. Oh, we should look at that replay file to see what that seed was.
Well, actually, I tried to look at this. It usually crashes that about
First 17 bits. Okay. Let's see what that one did. If it wasn't good, we'll use the other right there. Oh, this should be good. Looks like we're still having the same problem as before. And dist. Dist is the distance to our square.
You can it's basically a vector search, but with a heuristic, and basically, like it basically A star does a vector search, but it also gives a
Also,
heuristic weights to consider into their distance to the so
one of its 8 adjacent tiles, right? So yeah, that would be distance less than 3.5. But alright, so or that, and the distance. Then we change our destination to the nearest carbonite map. We give
also spreads out, but basically like A-star does a lot better in the situation once it
seems like it should work.
spreads out a lot less. So
Let's see what condition. So if
I know the I guess a lot of this I guess what you could also consider doing is you can just move until you actually get something and then start and then do your more complicated algorithm because a lot of the math and law have a lot of obstacles in between and there's maybe this small straight line. Yeah. So that would be another idea. Yeah. And that also helps you in that, if you're waiting until the first, if you're waiting until the first obstacle to start pathfinding, that means you have all the extra computation time.
sorry, my laptop is running slow. I'm trying to figure out why. The replay. No, not the replay. Guess it's just the recording of the video. Stop this. Okay. Give it more time. Alright, that's probably enough. Let's go put this replay here. Okay. Let's see this replay file now. I'm gonna unplug that projector, see if it breaks anything. Okay, so this. Fine. Keep. Great. Battlecode. Replays. Oh, that's not what that's called. It's just replay. Okay. This must be a gigantic replay or something. Okay.
either a like list of like empty zeros the same just as like a
All right. Well, my laptop is slowly dying, so I think I'm gonna call it for this stream. I'll fix whatever bug was causing this problem, and then upload the new example player to the GitHub repository. So, hope that those extensive debugging examples for Totally Planned helped.